Hello. Um, I'm just gonna give it a minute to pop up on Facebook here. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, if you're watching live, say good morning or hello. Let me know that you're here. Hopefully, sometimes I have to refresh the page to find me on my page. So, just give it a second. And it gives people a minute to jump on as well or to be notified that I'm live. Oh, there we go. So, yep, let me know if you're watching. We are using a new bundle, suite, whatever you want to call it today. So I'm kind of excited for that. Let's see. Let me make sure that my volume is off here. Okay. All right, so hopefully I can see if someone's here or your comments, whatever. Shoot. I hate when this does this. They keep changing things. All right. Hi, Carol. Hi, Donna. Glad you guys are joining me. Okay, so let's get started. I just wanted to show you, starting today, customers can get the online, and I think there is another bundle that was added, a circle punch. So I do have to print that off, and I will post it. But this is the Irresistible Blooms. Absolutely love it. I love the font in this too, and just the hello and stuff. So, and I'm going to be working with most of these today. I didn't do the small one, and I didn't do the small flower, but the rest of the stuff I'm going to be working with. So I will show you how to use that, okay? And then I just wanted to show you the designer paper. It is absolutely beautiful. I know I am going to have to probably order another pack because I'm kind of going through it like crazy. And sometimes I hear people say, I'm not very good at making cards. Well, let me tell you, the designer paper alone, and that's kind of what I did today to showcase it, will pretty much do the work for you. Okay, so here's one side of all of this beautiful paper, and like I'm using this sheet here, but you could cut the flowers out of this paper or this paper, the large and the small, which I didn't do, but this is beautiful. Okay, so I'm working with a lot of that, and then the back side is really awesome as well. Like I've actually, out of the green, I've cut my leaves and my flower on. So I'll show you that too. I'm using this paper. So it's kind of fun. I think I'm using that one too. Okay, but isn't that beautiful? I just love the paper. I did not use this, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to. This is really nice. So you get 48 sheets of this. And then, let me just put that away for a minute. And then you can order these embossing folders, and I think they're really cool. The one, and I didn't use it in today's class, but I don't know if you can see that. It's got the little bumps in it. God, is that ever cute? But I don't know, I have to use that this week for sure. And then I did use this on one of the cards, and in the card I'm going to be doing today, I used the other folder. So it lets you see the difference in all of them, okay? So we got that. I just trying to remember everything that I wanted to say. I do have a new host code for March. So that's already listed. And then before we get started with the cards, I wanted to let you know, this is a class I'm doing up north, but it's basically my March, the card club, my chick card club class to go as well. So you will get the, and this is no longer available. This was a celebration item, but you will actually get a half a pack of this. There's 48 sheets of this. And I do have to cut it in half, embellishments. And then for the class to go, you'll be making 8 of the cards. So here's the little cards that we're doing, a fun fold. And I just think these are so cute. So we'll be doing these. So you get to do 8 of them. And if you don't want Easter, you can still do like a spring or whatever. Now, the bunny punch is on back order, but it doesn't matter because I pretty much fussy cut everything out. So it's not a big deal, not too hard. I think the hardest thing is the little carrot, but you don't even have to do that. So, okay, so there is information I sent out yesterday on that. And I think that was about it. Now that celebration's over, it seems kind of, a little, I guess, quieter. So, but, all right, we will get started. So we're going to do this card. And I actually did this a couple different ways, but I didn't like how I wanted to make it look like it was, I don't know what the word is, but like kind of cut and then you seen like some white. But I took and made it to cut these too big. And after I cut this one, I realized that when I cut the other one, it was going to be in half. So on this card, I kind of changed it a little bit, okay? So just to kind of show you, I think, what I was trying to do. But I have Flirty Flamingo here. And this is 5.5 by 8.5. And I just folded it in half. And I got something on here, so I'm going to cover that up. But I have a piece of white that is 4 by 5.25. And then I have a smaller piece that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I just wanted that to kind of like frame it a little bit. But, okay, so I took my paper, and what you're going to want to do is make sure you keep them in order so it makes sense. But I took and I cut this at 5 inches because this piece here is 5 1/8. So I wanted it 5 inches by 2.5. So instead of 2 inches, let me just lift up the paper that I want. So instead of 2 inches, I went 2.5, okay? So that will fit on here. And then I ended up not cutting this because if I would have took it from the top, like nothing would have kind of lined up. So I left it at 5 inches, but I'm going to make it a little bit wider separation there. And this is at 5 inches by 1 1/8, okay? So I'm going to put that on there. I'm just going to glue that on. We'll kind of get this layered. See, you could even stamp a flower on here and then die cut it. So pretty. I'm so ready for spring. We have, we got quite a bit of snow, not like bad, like down in the thumb, but it just seemed like it was wet, heavy snow. And let me just make sure this is even lined up here. But it kind of, we have a metal roof, so it was kept sliding off yesterday. And then where we have our hot tub, we put like a canopy around it with the roof and everything, the metal roof, and all that snow slid off the roof and ripped our little curtain part. Oh, what a bummer. But Todd fixed it. So we do have those things to put on our metal roof, and we definitely need to put them up next year. So I was going to go out and check. I'm sure all the snow's off the roof now, but I'm thinking I don't want to get hit with that ever. That and the ice, I think, would probably kill you, which isn't really funny. So, but anywho, yeah, the whole suite is really awesome, isn't it? So you're in sunny Iowa. It's sunny here too, which it's been beautiful. I did hear we're supposed to get a couple inches or an inch of snow tonight, which I'm kind of really getting tired of the snow now. Although it is still beautiful, but I'm ready for spring. It actually was like 41 here yesterday, so you could run around without, you know, the heavy coat and everything. So, okay, so what I did here is I actually stamped the hello and I embossed it. So I was just going to do that quick for you, and I had cut out some white leaves, and I was going to stick this on the inside. I think I did stamp some, or I actually was embossing and I had an extra set of the leaves, but I'm just going to stamp this with the Flirty Flamingo instead. I don't really like how that looked. So this is going to be just a little extra piece that was on top. So I'm going to add that somewhere. I may even thin it down a little bit, but I'm just going to kind of show you the hello. I think pretty much everyone knows how to emboss, but I just thought I'd kind of do it anyways. So, and I used the tailored tags, I think it was, to cut this out. But when I'm doing this, I normally like to do my embossing first and then use my tag to cut it out. So let me just put this aside. Okay, so I used my white powder, the white embossing powder, our little buddy to get that so there's no static. So let me just heat up the little heat gun. I like this brush, but it's almost a little too big. I take a real fine paint brush if I need to. Okay, let's see. I think that's hot enough. And I don't know where my tweezers, I think I got them packed away. So I'll have to be careful. I'm just going to turn this a little bit. And you can see it melt. That's what you want. Okay. So there's that. It's so funny. The very first time I embossed, I'm going to use this one just because it's cooled off. Very first time I embossed, I thought, oh, I, knew what I was doing. But obviously I didn't, because when I embossed, I went to do, put it on, and all the powder fell off, so I didn't melt it good enough, but live and learn, right? Okay, so these 3 leaves I just did out of the white. And this is so pretty, this paper, that, and I'm just doing a little bit on the bottom here. Actually, could probably just dab it on there, but it's so pretty, this paper. I did not want to cover it up too much, so I'm just kind of adding my 3 leaves. Oops, I'm just going to add it right here, the glue. Okay, and then my little hello I am going to pop up. So I'm just using some dimensionals here. I think they're all like out of the little ones. So I'm going to take and cut some of these. The other thing is, I remember people used to throw some of these edges away, and I'm like, ooh, nope. Use them all. Okay. The other thing that's kind of nice is if you're in a bind and you need to be gluing stuff, I always like to save this paper too from your dimensionals, because same thing, tape, it doesn't stick anything. So it's kind of cool. Ooh. Now what I did is I kind of put them over a little bit too far. I should have probably had them there. So I'm just going to put this, instead of going up, well, maybe I could go up. What do you think, up or down? I'm not sure. I think I like it better down, because I kind of got that. And I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm going to go down with this one. Okay. because I should have had my leaves over a little bit more, but that's okay. Alrighty. Almost feels like Easter should be this month. Okay, I'm gonna put that, no, maybe I'll do that this way too, so I don't cover up all the leaves. I bought my little granddaughter the cutest little outfit. Oh my gosh, and I got her her little Easter basket already. So that was fun. So, but, all right, this is the loose frosted dots, right? Let me make sure I open them right so they don't all fall out. You have to use your glue with these. You cannot, they don't have the backing on them, but it's all right. If you got your pick too, it's fine. I'm just going to add a little of my glue where I want to add them to. I guess I'll put it there, and then one right here. So I am using the ones that, and I guess they kind of remind me of the Flirty Flamingo. So this helps so much if you have this tool. I do kind of wish that these had, let's see, where did I put my other glue? I got one there. Okay, probably shouldn't have added all my glue at once, because now I have to figure out with these little white dots where my glue is. I know there's one right here. So let me see what smears where's, oh, that can't be it. Maybe I got lucky and didn't get any right there. Thought I did. Okay, I can see that. Isn't that funny? So if you have a hard time seeing the glue, don't add it all at once. I'm trying to get the bigger one here. I just think these cards are so cheerful. Okay, I got one right there. I didn't use any of the dark ones, I don't think. There. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on this because I know what will happen. Okay, so I want it to stamp the Flirty Flamingo. I'm sure I'm going to use that, but I will see, or I may cut it down. You know what? I think I'm not going to use it. I'm going to just stamp. Just a couple flowers there, not even 3 of them, just a couple. Because then you can write a note. Let me see, will that go up there? You know what? Let's do that. Let's put that up on top. Because this was the top of that paper, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. Got to have the right side, though. So this is probably about 1 inch, and I'm assuming 4 inches. So we'll put that with just a little bit of white showing. Okay. All right. What I want about spring is not just the warm weather, but I'm ready to start walking again. It's been way, way too icy up here to walk, and I don't feel like falling. So we were trying to move that snow yesterday. My husband accidentally fell because it was so icy under there. So it was like, ugh. But yes, I like this one better because I can see a little bit more of the white there. But if you wanted to, you could even do this side thinner and then do 2 blocks that way just to offset it a little bit. Okay, so there's that card. Either one is fine though. I mean, I like both of them. So, okay, so let's do the second card. And this one I kind of changed a little bit. I did a hello instead. And then I was going to stamp, it says, I couldn't be happier to have you as a friend. I was going to do that inside. So this is that, what I'm going to be I cut out, but wouldn't that be pretty too, doing it on the dark color with the white? At least I think it would be. So just to kind of get different ideas, change it around. But here, what I did is I used a thick Whisper White. It's the 5.5 by 8.5. Just gonna fold it in half. Okay, so can't lose my hello. Then my next layer is 4 by 5.25, and what I did is I embossed my flower on here. So I embossed my flower, and then I took and cut it out, and then I actually cut my 3 leaves out of that paper because I kind of liked it. I kind of think they're going to bring back the pretty peacock because we don't have that paper anymore. So, but I want to use that darker green so it all matched. And then this is the other, this has got like stars, like the starfish or something on it. That's what it reminds me of. But because I didn't want to waste all the paper, and it's going to be underneath anyways, so that's what I did first, okay? And I don't want to glue this down yet because I just wanted to show you a little trick with this. I did not glue, or I did not use adhesive sheets when I did this, but I did on this one, not on this one. So I have a adhesive sheet here, and I don't know if you've ever used it or not, but if you haven't, I'm going to flip that over. I just cut it to about the size that I need it, and then I'm going to tear it off. But what I do, because this is about the same length, this still has the paper on it. I'm going to cut it just a little bit shorter because it's really hard to pull off if you don't. So I'm going to leave this last tab on and just kind of put it down. So it's going to go on the back side of the paper that you're using. And just like that. And then, so if you get a little extra here that you don't want and you want to cut it, I just put that paper that was the backing and put it on there so it does not stick to your scissors, okay? So there's just a little extra there. Well, probably should get a bigger piece than that. But this way it kind of helps. So, okay. So that's that. And then I just took and laid this on here and ran it through my Big Shot, okay? And I ran it through actually a couple times so it made sure that it cut it. All right, so I have that done already. And just to kind of show you, you can see here is where I don't have that adhesive, because otherwise if you put it right to the end, sometimes it's really hard to get off. So, and hopefully this is such fine that I can kind of get it okay without it all sticking to me. That's what I was kind of worried about. So I'm going to try to keep it where it doesn't have that on it. So I'm just going to kind of gently pull it off. And you could even do that for the leaves if you really wanted to, but sometimes I like the tips of my leaves kind of sticking up. All right, so I'm just going to kind of gently pull that off. So you're going to really have to kind of watch. Just get rid of the paper. And then get where my piece isn't sticky. You're going to want to kind of have it laying so it's not all... Just a second, I gotta look at it this way. Something's sticking here. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to be cutting some of it off. I think I kept it 6 inches, so there. Okay. Oops, this isn't even. I guess I got this one not right. So you just gently can kind of work with it. And if it's easier just pulling part of it off and then straightening it up, that's fine too. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's see, that is sticky. So I'm going to grab one of these pieces because I don't want to get my scissors all sticky. And just kind of cut it. So there's just a little bit. That part is not sticky, so. And then you don't have to worry about the ends coming up because, like on mine, on this one, some of these ends seem to pop up, so I gotta put a little more glue on them, okay? So then we will glue this on. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of work with my base here. I love this side too. Okay. And like I said, this way then you're not wasting paper cutting the flowers out and everything. It's all going to be hid behind. So that was 4 by 5 1/4, and this piece was 3 3/4 by 5. Because I want it to be able to see a little bit of it, not just a real thin border. Okay. All right. So my flower, like I said, I embossed it and took and cut it out. So I'm just going to kind of curl the ends a little bit with my bone folder, okay? And I'm going to add my leaves. And I did the same thing. I just embossed with the hello and just make sure. So you can get, like what I was trying to do with my flowers, get a little bit of the light and a little bit of the dark in it. So and you can even kind of curl your leaves a little bit. I got glue all over me. So now, I think I actually added my flower first and then added, but that's okay. I kind of know where I want these. Cut some more here. And if you add just your dimensional kind of on the center, then you got room to tuck your leaves. Okay. Alrighty, and we'll stick the other one in there. Okay, and then I did my hello, and I just fussy cut it, and I'm going to take and raise that up. I got some mini dimensionals here. Did everyone get what they wanted from Celebration? Hopefully. There's still the one stamp I wanted to use that I did not get. So it's, or I got it, but I didn't get to use it. Okay, so I'm just going to put, let's see, I want to put this somewhere there. So I'm going to do my hello right there. And then, let's see, I got to get my little gems out here before I'm going to put my little ribbon on, or twine with a glue dot. You know, that actually might look kind of nice right there. The other one had a longer saying, so yeah, I think I like that better there. Okay, so we are going to add some of the darker ones. I didn't think I used the darker ones. Okay, I'm going to stop right there and add these on. Before I forget where my glue is. Oops. And I want a small one. Oops, got a yellow one too. Do you guys like using tweezers better than the pick two? I don't know. I like the pick two. Okay, you know, I got one there. I'm going to put one right here instead of down since I moved my twine. And I'm going to use a bigger one. They're kind of all on one side, but I don't think that matters. Okay, so there's that. Thank you. I appreciate you guys joining me today too. I know 10 o'clock is kind of early, but I am definitely, oh shoot, you know what? I didn't bring black. I'm going to stamp the inside. I don't have my Memento ink with me, or I could use my Evening Evergreen or whatever, but I want to stamp inside that I couldn't be happier to have you as a friend. So I'll have to do that after because I got my other inks put away. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for the inside of that one. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and it's just so easy to use that designer paper. Now this one is my favorite. This was my last card, and I just really, really liked it. What I was thinking after I did it, I already had the thank you done, but I'm thinking wedding card. So that's what I'm going to do today. So, and I was just going to show you a little trick with this. So I took and did, this is the soft sea foam. So I got just the 5.5 by 8.5. I like polish, but I keep getting polish all over my card bases. So it's like, I gotta be careful with that. So what I did is I have a white piece. Okay, I'm gonna layer. The white is 4 by 5.25, and hopefully that'll cover up where my polish made a mess. And then the soft sea foam green is the 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have a piece of that designer paper, okay? And this is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So it's a little bit smaller, fits in there. But what I did, because I thought this kind of looks a little washed out, is I took my this soft sea foam ink, and I need to get my little paper here because I'm going to be stamping on it. So there is, let me see, where are they? They look like these spots. So I am just going to kind of randomly add a few. Let's kind of change it around here. Kind of more where you would see it. Actually, I think I went over the whole thing, but it doesn't matter. More just the edges. And right there. Okay, might do just a little bit there. So I took and did that, and that kind of helps, I think, to give it some more color. I don't know if you guys think that or not. So, okay. Yeah, I like to save paper, so that's why I cut that behind there. That was a good idea. So anytime, even like the foil, it seems like, you know, if you use a big sheet of foil, cut as much as you can out of there. So okay, so I just took and embossed. This was with the white powder and on the soft sea foam. And even same with that, I took my little brush here, not brush, but gosh, now I can't think what you call these things, but you know what I mean. So I took that, and I didn't rub off because this is such a light color that I wanted that center to have some depth to it, because it was kind of just like a little blob. And I also need to grab a Kleenex just a second, because hopefully there's one in this box. There is. because after you do that, you want to take and wipe that back off so your white really shines, okay? And then I actually just took and kind of crinkled it all up and folded it just to make it look like distressed a little bit. I want to say antique-ish, but so isn't that cool? Just a little something. And then I didn't do my leaves, but I think I'm going to actually do them too, just to give it a little color. But that don't matter because you're not even going to see it hardly. So then you want to wipe that off. And then the other thing, on the thank you note, I also took and did that, but I wrote, hooray, get rid of that center there, hooray, it's your day. So we are going to just do the spots. Love it. Okay. And if you want this to show up more, you don't have to do the spots, but I think it just looks nice. So you can still read it just fine. So, okay, so I'm going to close that up. And then the next thing I wanted to show you is, let me get rid of this. On here, I took my white paper and you know, I ran this through, and then I ran my 3 leaves through here. But when you do that, I had to run my leaves separate after to make sure they were all cut through. But because I just want this circle, I am just going to use this. I mean, this looks nice as if you're, you know, putting something on there, or if you have this and want to add to it, that would look really nice too. But I just basically wanted the circle. So all I'm going to do is just go around here and snip. And it's not much to snip them, except my scissors are kind of yucky now. So I have a new pair. I should almost get them out. I think I tend to use this to poke my paper out of my dies, and I can see that the very tip is kind of bent. So it's not really the thing I should be doing. But okay, so I have this, and you can see there's these little funky, like little ends on here. So all you gotta do is just kind of hang on to it and just gently snip them off. There isn't, I think there's only like 6 to do, so not too much. And if it doesn't bother you, I guess don't even worry about it, but it don't have to be perfect either. It's just a little added, I don't know, extra on there. So, and half of it's going to be covered up anyway, so especially the bigger ones need that extra off. Okay, there, that's all there is to it. So let's go ahead and start layering. And I thought I used this soft sea foam green ribbon. I thought maybe it was still current, but I looked this morning and it is not, so I apologize for using it. But you could take your, I don't even know if we have the soft sea foam blends. I'd have to look, because I haven't really been using my blends a whole lot except for this Easter class. But you know, you could always color the white ribbon or just use white ribbon. So I'm just kind of, let's see here, make sure I'm in here. Okay, so now I do have some of my retreat to go. I don't got that even, although I don't think it's going to matter. I do have the retreat to go is still available, but I do not have any more spaces for the live. So that kind of sold out pretty quick, which was awesome. And I was able to order everything. I'm only waiting on one thing to order that is on back order. So I just added a little glue here and there. Now you could run this through with the adhesive sheets too, if you wanted to. Okay, so then I have a bunch of leaves cut here. Now these leaves kind of, I don't know, I like them how I could kind of cover up and blend some of this. I thought it was kind of cool. But I'm going to start with the 3 leaves. I'm going to put down first. Okay. And then I'm going to work with my white. Sometimes I do like to add my flowers so I kind of know what I'm doing here, but let's see, I'm going to put a little glue there. So I'm going to put that right over there. And I'm just going to lay that down. So I am going to kind of add this here, my flower. Because I'm popping that up, then I can always stick my leaves underneath. As long as you just add your dimensionals in the center. Okay. When I kind of laugh about the time, I'm definitely a morning person. But my husband works. He has to leave at 5 to go to work in the morning. So I'm always up with him, and I just stay up. But then by 7, 8 o'clock at night, I'm so tired that it's like, okay. So I've definitely always been a morning person, though. Okay, so I got that one there. And then I added a white one over here. So you can add them however you want to just kind of make it balanced, I guess is the word. And then I'm going to add these. I only added 2 of these on this card, but I'm actually going to add 3. Okay, there's one. I'm going to add one on the bottom here. Or somewhere, because I don't want my ribbon to, I'm going to add it here. My ribbon to cover it up. Okay, on this though, I use my pearls. These flat adhesive back pearls are awesome. And I thought for the wedding card, that is so cool. So I'm going to pop this up. So really with using the DSP for a lot of your card front, it doesn't take that long to make the cards. And of course I love that Stampin' Up! Has everything that matches. So they're going to kind of tuck that under there. And I'm going to add my bow before I go any further, so I kind of know where to put my pearls. And this is a double bow, okay, so what do you guys think? Isn't that make just such a beautiful wedding card? And then I did not grab congratulations, or you know, you could grab something to put inside. I just have my little white. Let's see, I'm gonna put there. And let's see, did I use a large one? I think I went more with the smaller ones for this one. And okay. Now let's just put that there. Okay. I love it. I'm not even going to glue this down yet, because what I want to do is stamp congratulations and put in there. And since I didn't grab it, or the black, because I'll need the memento ink for that as well. So what do you guys think? I just think, I mean, it'd be great for either someone very special for a thank you and a great wedding card. So what do you guys think? Do you like it? Hopefully you guys like it. So, but that's all I could think of is after I finished that as a wedding card. And I love the little hello. So you can always use those cards for anything. Thinking of you, hello, whatever. So hooray, it's your day could be a birthday card as well. So, I don't know. I love this. I guess maybe it's the colors that I like so much, but I will post a flyer with all the information. So, and then two, if you order from now till Sunday night and use my host code on that order, I will send you the product to make these 3 cards, but you will need, like, I will cut out the little circle, a tag. You will need the, I'll send you the DSP for this, probably have that cut out. But you will need, like, the flower to stamp, or a different flower, the hello. So I can't do any stamping for you, but I can cut the other stuff out, okay? So, but you have to use my host code and at least $35 or more, and before Sunday midnight. So then Monday I will get cutting and get them shipped out. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Have a wonderful week and weekend. Thanks. Bye-bye.